Okay. You ready? I mean, I guess I'm just reading it, so. Okay. I want to take a moment to address something important. Recently, I made a mistake, and I want to sincerely apologize to anyone I may have hurt, disappointed, or let down. That was never my intention, but I fully acknowledge that impacts. Wait, I got to start over. Dang it.
Yeah, that's what happens when
Hold
you
on.
don't write it. A robot writes it.
Okay. I'd like to take a moment to address something important. Recently, I made a mistake, and I want to sincerely apologize to anyone I may have hurt, disappointed, or let down. That was never my intention, but I fully acknowledge that impact matters more than intent. I've recently taken some time to reflect, to listen, and to understand where I went wrong. I know that words alone aren't enough, and that trust is something that's earned, especially after it's been shaken. Please know that I am committed to learning from this thing I did, to doing better, and to moving forward with more awareness, responsibility, and care. And thank you to those who reached out, called me in, or held me accountable. I hear you, and I'm taking this seriously. Although I am at fault, I would be remiss if I didn't admit that I was not fully at fault. Circumstances beyond my control resulted in me getting caught doing this thing that I shouldn't have been doing. And I need everyone to acknowledge that I am also a victim in this situation. Again, I am truly sorry.
Look, some notes on this. If you
Yeah.
want this to sound like a real YouTuber
Okay.
apology video, you got to sound way more over the top, like self-serious.
More self-serious?
Yeah, more. Like I can hear your smile.
Okay.
You got to make it like so fucking fake.
Okay.
Recently, I made a mistake.
Okay.
Like you got to fucking
Okay. Okay.
just
Okay.
ham this shit up.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I don't. Yeah, it's hard for me because I don't apologize for stuff ever.
Right,
Ever.
because you never make mistakes.
Never one
So
time
this
in my
new
life.
it's new to all of us. You get to try new things. Also, what does "called me in" mean? Thanks for all of who reached out. Called me in.
I don't know.
What does that mean to play us out? What the fuck does that mean? To play us out.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll do this
do it.
again. I want to take a moment to address something important. Recently, I made a mistake. And I want to sincerely apologize to anyone I may have hurt, disappointed, or possibly let down. That was never my intention, but I fully acknowledge that impact matters more than intent. I've taken a lot of time to reflect, to listen, and to understand where I went wrong. I know that words alone aren't enough, and that trust is something that has to be earned, especially after it's been shaken. Please know that I am committed to learning from this thing that I did, to doing better, and to moving forward with more awareness, with more responsibility, and possibly with more care. And thank you so much to those who reached out, to those who called me in, held me accountable. I hear you, and I am taking this seriously. And although I am at fault, I would be remiss if I didn't admit that I was not fully at fault. Circumstances that were completely beyond my control resulted in me getting caught doing this thing that I shouldn't have been doing. And I need everyone to acknowledge that I am also a victim in this situation. Again, I am truly sorry.
You've just apologized into the 3-Bit Gamer Show. Welcome to the 3-Bit Gamer Show. I'm JD.
This is Peterson.
The YouTuber Psy. That's it, dude. They fucking study this in anthropology courses in like 50 years. The
That is-
performative Psy.
We wanted to make that video just to have it ready. We're just like queuing it up.
It's like when they get obituaries ready for celebrities before they've died. We're just getting our apology videos ready to go.
Honestly, wishful thinking. Like, I wish we had something that we needed to apologize for, like make an apology video.
Yeah, we're clearly way too white bread, dude. The most vanilla ass podcast. We try. We get outside of our comfort zone, but apparently not enough. We don't say the most like rancid shit possible, so we never have to apologize for it. No one's ever died at one of our concerts.
No. Well, we don't know.
No one that matters.
We do have a curse on the podcast, but we can talk about that later.
The curse is a fucking nightmare. Wait, I think you should do that. I think you should not put music on that. I think you should just leave it cold for the open, and people are like, "What is?"
And then you'll be like, "You just apologized into the 3-Bit Gamer Show," and then it'll just hit with the music. Good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Live from the 3-Bit Gamer Show. The news. All right, our news this week is brought to us by Crave Cookies. Just tongue punches you.
Oh.
With flavor fists.
Flavor fists.
Fury.
Yeah, that's right. Give me that right cross. Right in the mouth.
Just right in the those things called taste buds.
Uppercut my taste buds.
Yeah, do a finisher move on my tongue spots.
Oh wow. Okay, wait. Is this the Crave After Dark commercial?
Any excuse to play that shit, I'm here for.
Are you tired of the same old thing? Here at Crave Cookies, I know we are. That's why we've started our new sexier cookie line. With new cookies like the Sugar Daddy, the Milk Jug, the Chocolate Starfish, and the Hot Carl. You don't just crave these hot bursting cookies, you're horny for them. Try our new horned up line only at Crave and only after 10. Don't get old sex, get cookies.
I don't even remember why we were saying old sex.
You said that. You said that. Don't get old sex, get cookies. That was what started that. I don't know. I don't know why you said it, but you said
talk.
It.
Look, dude, you talk for an hour and a half a week. You're bound to say some stupid nonsense. Still haven't had to do an apology video. Look, Crave Cookies has new cookies every 2 weeks. You already know what's coming up. You already know what's up. But I'm going to tell you because we got a week before this next one comes up. I'm going to spoil it for you guys. Because I love you and I care about you and I respect you.
Wow.
And I don't want you to have old sex.
Are we still doing the apology video or like what's
the Brookie way? That's a Brookie that has a Milky Way inside of it, and it's
just a Milky Way inside of it.
You just shove a Milky Way in there.
Yeah, nice. Just shove it in.
Shove it in your fist.
Why is this whole segment sexy?
I don't know. Is horniness a sign of being like exhaustion? Because that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, it is. Well, they go hand in hand.
Perfect. That's why I'm so good at sex. I'm always just falling asleep during stuffed cookies and cream. You guys like Oreos?
Oh, we're gonna stuff
Oreos on Oreos. The Marshmallow Mayhem. This one is dope.
Okay,
Marshmallow Mayhem. I made this one.
Oh, it's too bright. I can't see it.
Oh, it kind of looks like that. Long story short, this is the Scotch Rookie.
Yeah.
That we have.
Yeah.
So imagine the Scotch Rookie, but no peanut butter in the dough.
Okay.
And it's got a Rice Krispie treat in the middle of it and a bunch of marshmallows.
I'm in.
So it's like essentially a gigantic Rice Krispie treat cookie.
Yeah, I'm in. That sounds great.
Yeah, I made that at my store the other day. It was really good.
Is the texture all crazy when you eat it?
Yeah,
because
it's gonna feel
Yeah.
like the Scotch Rookie, which
Okay.
is like got like Rice Krispies in there. It's
Yeah.
Rice Krispies in the dough and marshmallows, and the Rice Krispie treat inside of it.
Okay.
Trent's gotten really excessive lately.
Well, it is Halloween.
just doesn't give a shit anymore.
October, he goes a little bit crazy. He just
Oh
starts
yeah, I always
shoving
forget that it's
candy and
always just
stuff.
candy shit.
Yeah, just
way-
shoving candy and cookies.
Yeah. So the next up is the Trickster Toffee, which is kind of like a chocolate chip cookie. It's just got a ton of toffee in it. And in fact, I made it, and I thought it was delicious.
I
All
love
the feedback
toffee.
was more toffee, so we doubled the toffee in
No,
the recipe.
what?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was like,
All right.
I thought it was
all right,
good, but apparently it wasn't
All right.
good enough. I was like, fuck subtlety. We're just gonna double
No.
the toffee.
Yeah.
And then finally, the Butterfinger cheesecake,
This
or
is
as
the
it's
candy
known
lineup.
in some circles, the Buttfinger cheese.
Mm. What?
We're not going to call it that at the store, though. We're going to call it the Butterfinger cheesecake. It's a cold cookie. It's our
Please call
sugar
it the
cookie
Buttfinger.
with cheesecake on top of it, and then a bunch of chocolate and peanut butter and Butterfinger pieces all thrown on top of there. It's very
Honestly, they need to serve these cookies with like a veggie tray or something like that to like balance it out. This is
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Carrots,
sugar.
something. Yeah, I don't know. So get on down to Crave Cookies and get your candy on. The National Counterterrorism Center is pretty sure that Discord's breeding the next Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, it's always on Discord.
Where else is it going to happen? We don't do MK Ultra anymore, so it's got to happen.
Have you seen the 3-bit Discord page? Like I'm pretty sure next
it's a breeding ground
there already
for domestic terrorism.
We have like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
2 or 3 Kaczynskis going on. And we have a channel that just says Kaczynskis only.
Kaczynskis only. They just do big smiley faces. All they're doing is posting smiley faces.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, there's no.
Every couple months, a new person joins it, and we're like, all right, I guess.
Cool. They're just documenting college professors' addresses. So there were some leaked briefing documents from the NCTC, the National Counterterrorism Center, that include they were talking in these briefing documents about BattleNet, Discord, Fortnite, PlayStation Network, Roblox, Steam, Twitch, and Xbox Live. Look, nobody is starting a terrorism movement in Roblox because they're too busy grooming kids or being groomed.
Yeah, they've got their own thing already. They've already got their thing. They can't have another one.
There's no room for it.
Yeah.
And PlayStation Network, look, man, if you're starting a terrorist cell via PSN, what
year is it?
Yeah,
honestly,
not gonna work. So Discord was the one that checked the most boxes.
Yeah, all the Steam was number 2, I guess. If you look at the boxes.
Fucking crazy.
Steam.
Basically, Discord's getting targeted by the NCTC because they have the most functionality. Like, that's literally what it is. Like, your app's too good. The terrorists are going to want in on this. They were saying that these terrorists appreciate a versatile and robust communication platform. That's what they want, dude. That's what the terrorists want. No more are they communicating on cell phones which may or may not blow up in their pocket.
Quit giving us this garbage communication. We need something really robust and free, to be honest. We need it to be free.
We are not doing our terrorism calls on Skype anymore. They drop out way too frequently. And for people that are already kind of prone to violence, you can kind of see how that might be an issue.
Yeah, that would be rough.
So they're also looking out for, quote, terrorist messaging. Terrorist messaging. So like terrorist fist jabs. Or, I don't know, a couple guys getting on a podcast and just saying murder people, something like that, you know?
No, we don't.
Just using Discord is grounds for suspicion for these guys. This is the Counterterrorism Center is basically they're just that from this report, from this briefing document, is like if you use Discord, you're on a fucking list.
Nice. Finally.
Which honestly, they should be looking into. This is not a joke. Be looking into podcasts, because one of the things that I noticed that was, I think it was called out when QAnon was all the rage.
Yeah.
The thing that was really fascinating about QAnon is how much of it lived in the podcast space. And what was crazy is it was impossible to track down because these were like fly-by-night podcasts. A couple crazy lunatics, or maybe one crazy lunatic, gets on, does like 50 episodes of a podcast, like a handful of times a week, and then it just disappears because, you know, as we can attest, it's kind of expensive to host a podcast. So you just like do a bunch of episodes and you just get bored with it or whatever, and it gets pulled down or it doesn't matter and you just leave. However, the hundreds of people, thousands of people, however many people who listen to those hundreds of hours of like crazy conspiracy nonsense, that stuff got baked into the overall QAnon lore, but it had no source because researchers couldn't go back and like find those podcasts. So QAnon took on its like own life outside of any like record. And people believe these things inherently. And you could ask them, well, where did you hear that? Or how did you come up with that? And they're like, oh, I was just listening to a podcast. They can't name it. They have no fucking idea what it was called or who it was that was talking on it. It was just like some crazy thing that was spewed. Essentially, like, I don't know, tripping on acid on a beach in LA in the 70s. And like random people are just like yammering shit to each other. And that becomes like a new religion. And that's where we're breeding terrorism.
That's what's happening.
That's where we really need to be concerned because of how nebulous it is and how hard it is to track down. Discord, I don't know. So all of you guys on our Discord, welcome to the resistance.
Yeah. They are what's going to happen is they're going to start monitoring Discord servers even better and finding out that like teenagers are disgusting.
Yeah, I was gonna say gross. You
yeah.
dig too deep into any Discord, it's just gonna be gross.
It's gonna be like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna find, and they're gonna think every teenager is a terrorist because they're kind of monsters. I've seen my kids' Discord channels, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you guys? Sometimes I'll just like go on the computer and I'll see like, and they have so many. My son is in like 80 Discord servers. And like, I'll just go in and like click through and it'll be like just teenagers being horrible people. And I'll just like leave it. I don't know. I don't even know who those people are. It might be his best friends. I have no idea. I'm just like, leave it. And I'm like, you're an idiot. So yeah, they're going to have fun sorting through that mess because I've done it in one computer at my house. And I'm like, I can't go back to that place.
I'm going to turn these guys into terrorists. The former FTC chair who sued to stop Activision acquisition is feeling pretty validated watching Microsoft jack up prices and screw consumers. Such an I told you so from the U.S. This is the former U.S. Federal Trade Commission chair, Lena Khan. And yeah, she's feeling, because she was the one, I believe, who sued to try to stop the acquisition, which didn't really, I don't think her lawsuit was super sound, and I think it was just kind of reactionary.
There's a lot of like speculation too, like this is what they're gonna do, and it's like hard to say like what.
And they're like, nuh-uh, and
we would never.
And the judge who is making the decision, whose son worked at Microsoft,
nice, okay,
was like, no, they won't do that. Microsoft's cool as fuck. I know a guy. So this is Khan writing on Twitter. Microsoft's acquisition of Activision has been followed by significant price hikes and layoffs, harming both gamers and developers. As we've seen across sectors, increasing market consolidation and increasing prices often go hand in hand. Told you so, you stupid fucks, was the subtext of her tweet.
Yeah.
She didn't tweet because she's a professional. As dominant firms become too big to care, they can make things worse for their consumers without having to worry about the consequences. I love that. I've never heard that before. Too big to care?
Yeah, I haven't heard that either.
That's like everyone right now.
That's
exactly what it feels like. Ugh. So this is kind of to dig into what's been going on. If you guys haven't been following Game Pass because you're like me and you're like, I don't need access to a bunch of games I'm never going to play. So they've increased Game Pass prices for the highest tier. They've also renamed the pricing tiers. I don't know why they do this shit.
They love it.
What is the fucking Xbox and just like dumb naming standards?
It's because like people like me are like, I don't even know what tier I have anymore.
Yeah,
What tier do I have?
It's just confusion. We'll just use confusion and it'll make us a couple $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So they used to be core, standard, and ultimate, which is terrible. Those are terrible names.
Yeah.
Core and standard. What is the
Core.
essential difference between those two?
Yeah, I don't know.
And core was lower than standard.
Why? Why is standard?
So now they are. Oh, it's worse. Oh, it's so much fucking worse. Now they're essential, premium, and ultimate. So ultimate stayed the same, except for its price went up 50%. So essential and premium, dude, I don't know. And you know the people that made this call ultimately on the naming decision spent months going back and forth, so many meetings, so many different pitch decks, so much time and money went into this, and this is what they came out with, and they're like, oh man, where's my bonus? Money, please.
Money,
I need my bonus. I worked so hard on essential, premium, and ultimate. Kill me.
Yeah.
They've also, on this same story, Xbox quietly removed DLC discounts for Game Pass members, which is something you used to get. If you were buying DLC for a game on Game Pass, you get a discount.
Right.
And so they reported on this, and Microsoft comes back and they're like, "Nuh-uh, well, kinda." This is Microsoft's statement. I have to read the whole thing because it's so insane. Try to keep your brain from numbing out while I read this.
Okay. Nope.
Instead of a
already is.
Instead of a discount on the purchases, Ultimate and Premium subscribers will earn 10% and 5% respectively in points when purchasing select games and add-ons from the Game Pass library. Ultimate members will continue to have 20% discount on select games from the Game Pass library.
Oh my gosh.
So you're not getting discounts, you're earning points as a percentage of your purchase. So they're gamifying spending money at this point. I am so tired. I'm so tired.
That is crazy.
Just this fucking cyberpunk capitalism shit is just like boring. It's just boring me at this point. What are we doing? What are you guys doing? You're like, no, we're not going to just give a straight discount on DLC, which is already kind of obscure. An obscure benefit to Game Pass. But you're like, no, now you're going to earn points by buying things. And if you spend more money, you earn more points. And those points you can then spend. It's not a credit card rewards program, guys. It's a fucking video game. Also, this one's great. Xbox's Game Pass hike shows that the cost of lost Call of Duty Call of Duty lost sales. So Call of Duty, one of the most best-selling video games of all time. Microsoft, in their infinite wisdom, decides we're going to buy the studio that makes Call of Duty, and then we're going to make Call of Duty fucking free if you give us a subscription. So we're going to take a game that sells a full $70 title every year without fail to tens of millions of people, and we're just going to cut those people off at the knees so they don't sell any of them. So Xbox gave up more than $300 million in sales of Call of Duty on console and PC last year. This is according to a former employee at Xbox. And then this is from IGN. The latest iteration of Call of Duty was the top selling video game in the US last year and the biggest ever for the franchise. And that was mostly due to PlayStation, which accounted for 82% of sales.
Wow.
So the best-selling Call of Duty of all time and the best-selling game of the fucking year did almost all of its sales, 82% of its sales on PlayStation, a different console from the company that owns them. The idea that Microsoft made this move, they spent $70 billion and years of effort to be essentially not only losing money on sales of the product
crazy.
they just fought to own, but they're ceding all of that territory to one of their biggest competitors. We rag on Microsoft a lot. We rag on Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella for making just like the most mind-bogglingly stupid fucking decisions. For me, this one's beyond the pale. Like the evidence here that we're seeing, it makes me feel like we're not mean enough to them.
Should we bully them harder?
Yes.
Should we? We should.
I don't feel
Okay.
like this is so fucking crazy. When I think I said it recently, like they're
Like-
gonna study this in fucking business textbooks. And when the more of these numbers continue to leak out, this is gonna look like the dumbest fucking business decision in history.
Yeah.
In history.
Like, they're never going to make their money back from this. There's no way.
No, it's not even a matter of making their money back. They're not going to be able to stop this leak.
Mm-mm.
It's just like oh my God, I'm so blown away. So, dude, I give it, and you pair this with everything else that's going on with Microsoft, every other bad thing that's going on for Microsoft. Like, how long can they limp along? How long are they going to pretend like they still want to compete in this space before they just throw in the fucking towel? I don't see a path forward for Microsoft's Xbox at this point. They're so far in the hole. They own a bunch of companies that they clearly don't know how to manage. And their games are being sold primarily on other consoles.
Dude, that's crazy. This is...
I'm so tired.
It's crazy that we have done this podcast long enough to see empires fall. You know what I'm saying? That's what we've kind of witnessed this. Like
the rise of the indies, dude.
We've seen we have praised Game Pass many times, and
it
now
was
we're
essentially a sponsor of this podcast. We talked about it all the fucking time.
And now we're just like, I was like, should I, during this story, it's like, should I talk to my kids, be like, tell them, hey, we need to cancel Game Pass? Like, you know how much it is right now? Like,
it's on PC, it's gone up from what it was like $12 to it's closer to 20 now.
So the ultimate one is $30 a month. $30 a month.
Not even worth it, dude.
No.
Not even remotely worth it. That's the thing that I feel like they misunderstood, which is crazy because these are like supposed to be very smart business people, is that video games are not Netflix. And you tried to make a Netflix for video games without understanding the core draw to video games. And we've talked about the report a couple months ago. And the vast majority of people who play video games play one video game. And most of them are 5 years old or older.
Yeah. Playing like the same thing.
The concept that this is like fucking Netflix, where most of the content's just random filler that just auto plays after you fall asleep. This is a little different than that.
Yeah.
But they spent hundreds of billions of dollars trying to force the Netflix of video games, and I can't. These are the companies that are controlling the world right now. These are the companies that have more power and influence over our lives than like anything else at any point in human history. And these
are like guys and Discord.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So like mind-numbingly stupid.
Maybe they're just distracting us from the real bad. Let's do some conspiracies or something like that.
Don't even need to do a conspiracy.
Microsoft is distracting
the president's
us
like
from
an
real
avowed
bad guys.
pedophile, and like there's files that say that he is, and it's like we're like, that's just another thing. That's just another thing.
We're like used to it now.
Yeah, we're just like so fucking numb.
They all are. Every single person. If you've seen them on TV, they're a pedophile. Like that's where we're at.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to share my theory. I've been kicking around.
I am in for whatever you're about to say. Just so you know where I'm at.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you've done in your life. If you're a billionaire, you're a pedophile. In 2025,
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, all billionaires are pedophiles, just across the board. It doesn't matter. Like, and I just until there's evidence to the contrary, which I refuse to believe, so it doesn't really matter if I'm presented with that. I'm just choosing to believe that. And let's see, how many billionaires are there? Because there's not that many. How many
decent amount, but
are there? 3,000. 3,000
in the world or in the
in the world, just very powerful pedophiles, just all over, every last one of them. And it doesn't stop like at the 3 comma club. I would imagine anyone over, value of like $100 million, also pedophiles, all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, celebrities, every last one of them, all of them.
Yeah.
Celebrities, famous actors,
It's
all
okay.
pedophiles.
So there's
everyone.
There's Brandon Sanderson book where everyone guys who get superpowers they become bad guys. Like something about the superpowers like corrupts them and they become evil.
Sure.
We're in a worse timeline of that where it's
we'd rather have money, them be evil.
The more money you get, the more pedophile you get. And it's like, oh, that's not
maybe that's what it is.
Wanted.
Maybe there's like a chart where you can chart like the age that you're attracted to versus your wealth, and then it just like meets at a certain point, and it's like 18 years old at like, I don't know, $50 million, and then it just goes down from there.
So we should actually be studying this, find out what that is.
We should chart that because,
and then we should, whenever people make over, say it's like $100 million, if you make over that money just goes directly towards like charities and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean?
So
like
Leonardo DiCaprio's net worth is like $300 million.
Okay.
And he's
like
never dated
right?
someone over like 22 or something. That's like his age.
Okay.
So you could use this and continue to chart this down. And I think at about $500 million is where you hit 18 years old.
Okay.
And then any wealth above that you're in pedophile territory.
So we should tax everything above that, like 100%. Anything above 500 million.
Yeah.
Tax is 100% taxed.
It's not going to get rid of all pedophiles, but it's going to get rid of all the rich ones.
So many of them, though, like so many of them.
The ones who can afford to have an island full of children.
Yeah.
Those ones will be gone.
Okay. I mean, I like this theory.
What are we fucking talking about? Microsoft?
Screw you, Microsoft.
You pedophile.
I don't know how we got here, but we did.
Lucky us.
Lucky you guys.
Jared Kushner and the Saudis saddled EA with $20 billion in debt from their buyout, so get ready for some layoffs and ads.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. This one leveraged buyouts. Bro, I cannot understand how these are a thing. I don't understand how you can say, I'm going to buy this company for X amount. I'm going to buy this company for $100. And they're like, cool. And you're like, well, sort of.
You're like, okay, there is a
sorta,
caveat.
But the company is actually going to owe me $50 after I buy it. And they're like, oh, so you're not really buying it for $100? You're like, no, I am. Sorta. But you owe me.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't fucking get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it. I don't get how you could do that. It doesn't seem like a real thing.
So the executives, the C-suite guys get the money from the buyout.
Yes.
And then the debt, the company is on hook for the debt.
How do we allow this? Know. How do we allow this to be a thing?
We just allow whatever.
It seems like a made up thing.
There are no checks and balances anymore. I don't know if you noticed
do whatever.
That.
You have a certain amount of money, you just do whatever the fuck you want. So Schreier is talking about this on Blue Sky. Jason Schreier has talked about how he was predicting, and Jason Schreier's predictions are generally more accurate than even mine. And he was predicting mass layoffs and more aggressive monetization and other large cost-cutting measures. At EA. I don't know how EA gets more aggressive monetization. I could see mass layoffs. They've already laid off like 1,000 people last year. So, look, here's a good one. This is from a former BioWare writer on Blue Sky. and he posted a meme that said
Bluesky.
the buyers being Saudi Arabia and Jared Kushner, they just wanted guns and football. Both kinds of football. So Madden and FIFA and the gun games.
Football and football.
And that's all they cared about. And
Yeah.
if you have as much wealth as these morons do, $55 billion for 2 football games and some shooties, you're like, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Even though EA is a much larger company that has a ton of other inherent value beyond those 3 things, that's all they cared about. So are they going to care if another 1,000 people are laid off in the next year? No.
Huh.
And all those games that they're working on? No. And BioWare goes under? No. They don't care about any of this. None of that matters. Which is exactly who we want to own video games. Is people that aren't really invested in the success of those companies. We're just like, whatever. We're just doing this for the footballs.
We're just doing this for we heard this one makes a lot of money, so let's just do that. And now the money's ours. That's it.
That's how it works.
Mm-hmm. Until everyone who plays the football games no longer likes the football games. That's how it works.
This one is crazy. Of all the acquisitions, like
I don't even understand it, to be honest. Like, I don't understand. I'm not business enough, I guess. I don't know about business. I don't even understand it.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to own EA. I don't know why you'd spend $55 billion on EA, which I think was like a 40% premium on their public stock price last Friday. It was like way, way too much. They've way overpaid just so they could own it.
Yeah,
they just know. like dragons. They just want to own everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want to hoard it. And then
ruin it.
Yeah. No, that's definitely. It's like the dragons hoarding all the treasure, and then it's just like lays on it the whole time and just like
melts it.
There's like pee on it and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
no one can use it
at some point. It's just like gross.
Doesn't matter.
Because they're always like, you picture a dragon in their lair just like laying on the gold and it's like all pristine. No, like that's a wild animal that is like pooping and peeing all over the place, is shedding. It's like it's gonna be gross in there.
It's gonna be
like
really
no one's
disgusting.
cleaning out that cage.
I don't want that gold.
You want that gold? I don't want that gold.
I don't want to have gold that I need to wash.
You want poop gold?
I don't want dragon poop
You
gold.
gotta wash it.
EA is done. I think EA's done for.
It's over. Everyone thinks
Microsoft's done for. Ubisoft's done for. All of Embracer Group's studios are done for. We are coming up on a hell of a reckoning in the video game industry.
Like all the big guys, like a lot of the big players that have been there for 20, 30 years.
And you know what? Like, no love lost from me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Like, oh no, we're not going to have Call of Duty. We're not going to have an annual FIFA release. Oh no, we're not going to have 5,000 Assassin's Creed games. None of it really fucking matters.
No,
I feel like we're better off for that. It'd be like if like fucking Disney went under and we're like, oh no more live remasters or no more way over bloated comic book movies. Like none of these things are big losses, I think, for culture or society or art.
Look, everything, it's all cyclical. Everything that's on the top at some point falls. Everything. That is a known thing, especially in the business world. You're on top, you will fall at some point. So, these companies that have been huge, Blizzard.
Who's positioned? Here's the question: Who's positioned to step in? Is it singular titles like Roblox and Fortnite that just step in and just scoop all this up? Like these huge AAA studios that have massive teams that can make big sweeping AAA games going under, and all of the employees that were working there just like leaving the industry in droves.
Chinese companies. There's Chinese companies making games.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, China's just going to take up the mantle. They seem to do everything.
Chinese industry now.
Well, that's okay. That's what happened to the car industry with Japan in like the 80s and 90s. Now, like half our cars are Japanese, and they're better than the American ones. So
maybe Nintendo rises again. They just keep rising. Japan takes over again, another industry. So
You gotta have something because they're not having kids.
I don't know about that.
All right, here's some news stories with not a lot of meat on the
Just the
bone.
little guys. Just little guys.
Little bitties.
Yeah, the little bitties.
Here's one for me. 8-Bit Mods has unveiled the
Cool.
VMU Pro,
Mm.
a remake of the Sega Dreamcast virtual memory unit.
Yeah.
It had a little screen, a little baby, looked like a little baby Game Boy that you plug into your controller.
It's like a half Game Boy type of thing.
Yeah, it was basically the Wii U or the Switch 20 years ahead of its time.
Yeah.
It was so fucking brilliant. The one use for this thing that I had a ton of use out of, which was so cool, is when you played football games on a console previously with your friends and you were both playing the same game, they could see what plays you were selecting.
Yeah, they could like see it.
Oh, don't look at the play. Don't look at what play I'm picking. So the VMU allowed you to pick your play on your screen on your controller, which was so next level. Like those are the types of little functionalities we got out of the VMU before Sega went under in like 18 months. The Dreamcast did. So this new one is compatible with the old Sega Dreamcast. It has a 6-hour battery life, which is great because the first ones had a 15-hour battery life on like a rare, hard to find watch battery. It would just drain them. It's so
just it's like not rechargeable.
Was that you would be able to, I can't play Dreamcast anymore, but I can take my VMU with like a Tamagotchi type of mini game to school, and I can continue to play. And then I bring it back, plug it back into my Dreamcast, and my Tamagotchi's like grown up more. That was the dream. But when you've got a 20-minute battery life, it's really not that realizable. Yeah. This new one has a 6-hour battery life and basically infinity storage, because storage is a little different now than it was back in the day. 7 different colors, and it's only $85. Holy God. What? $85? Guys, I think you overshot on this one.
Well, I think it's a niche audience, like people like you who are like into it. But
I'm thinking about it.
Like I looked at it and I was like, this looks cool, but it looks like the things are way too close together. It's gonna hurt my hands to use.
I thought it was perfect for you. That was like the perfect sized Game Boy for Peterson's little.
No, I need it has to be a little bit bigger because my hands are just I can't.
It's like a Game Gear. This is how big you need it to be.
Yeah.
Teen has pled guilty for threats against employees of Epic Games. This is a South Dakota.
Probably did on Discord.
I don't know why they named him in this article. Weird.
That doesn't typically happen.
No.
Yeah.
He sent death threats in October and November of last year to an electronic reporting service utilized by Epic Games, which to me sounds like it's like a help chat or something. And he basically told like customer service employees that he was going to kill them.
Why was he so mad?
Probably because he kept forgetting his EGS password.
I can't live like this.
I'm gonna fucking murder you. And they're like, okay, well, that's enough.
Like, well, that one you stepped over the line.
So sentencing hasn't happened yet for this, but I imagine since he pled guilty, it will be a reduced sentence. I would imagine like a year or two. The judge is like, yeah, he's just some spazzy teenager saying
he's trying to be edgy.
But Epic Games is like, they're not having it. They're not going to have their employees receiving death threats for stupid, silly nonsense. Like, I don't blame them. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my gosh, this dog. Resident Evil Requiem developers say they can't tell if the game's actually scary anymore.
They're
too deep in it.
Desensitized.
They played it too much. Yeah,
it's just like nothing's scary anymore. Like they're just it's like the creepiest game, and they're just like, I don't know. This doesn't scare me because I have been looking at this all day long, and
what are those body parts? I don't know. Oh yeah, I got his eye ripped out. Is that something bad? I don't even know.
Oh
anymore.
yeah. Oh yeah, that is human blood. I didn't think that's crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's supposed to be inside the body. This was an interview with director Koshi Nakanishi. Great name. At the Tokyo Game Show. He said there was actually a bit of worry internally before we showed the Resident Evil hands off and the first hands on at Gamescom. Is this actually scary? Because we don't know anymore. This is our bread and butter. This is what we make every day.
So funny.
They just been looking at it too long. Another quote. At one point, we were like, what if she gets a big gash in her leg or her leg gets cut off because that thing attacks her? And oh my God, it's so scary. And then we talked ourselves down a little bit. Okay, so my mind's eye, my vision of this scene that was painted by this guy is just a bunch of Japanese guys in a room trying to like spook each other and then getting like spooked out and being like, whoa, okay, whoa. Can't do that.
We crossed the line, I think.
They leave work and they come back the next day and they do it again. And that's what their fucking job is. And then they go once a year, they go to like a game expo and they're like, oh wait, it's scary?
We don't even know.
They gave me the heebie-jeebies in the room, but like, I don't know.
I remember a long time ago we were talking about like Mortal Kombat people who were in charge of. Is that what you thought of? They were in charge of like exactly the fatalities, or just like completely desensitized
and all this nasty shit all the fucking time. And they're like, "Oh man, this is actually kind of affecting me."
Yeah. These people probably need to go to therapy.
Oh,
like the devs for this game because they're just like we don't even know if anything's scary anymore, and like the therapist is probably watching it like. This is what's scary is like how disgusting this has all become. Like,
you remember when I played that Resident Evil game for one of my Dice of Destiny games, and the shit kept happening to that guy's hand?
Yes.
And I was like, holy fuck. Like, is this for real? The idea that like
leave his hand alone.
Yeah. And I was like, this makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
the idea that these guys had watched that so much and spent so much time around it that they're like, is that even scary? And I'm sitting there like, guys, yes. Definitively, yes.
It's horrible, honestly.
Cheaters have already taken over Black Ops 7 just hours after the beta went live.
Yeah,
this is my favorite genre of story, is how a game in beta can come out so quickly. They just come out and immediately they're cheaters. I don't even understand the logistics of it. I'm sure there's a simple answer, like they have an early build or there's some sort of technology, but it's like my brain, because I grew up on the fucking Game Genie. It's like if a brand new Game Boy came out and the Game Genie already had codes for it, you'd be like, wait, don't we need a minute to like figure those out?
Like, no.
How do we know those? I can't figure that out. Like like how do we already have cheats? Aimbots, wall hacks.
It's because all Call of Duty games are kind of the same. So yeah, they're just like, code. Hey, this old code still works. That's crazy.
So there were cheaters in the game from the moment the beta went live.
Why? That's I understand. We've talked about this so many times, but like, why? Why would you even want to play the beta if you're just like, I'm just gonna cheat? Like, is it like a drug? Like they can't not cheat now.
You joke, but like that's kind of what it sounds like. This is like addict behavior.
Yeah. They're like, I can't play video games normal anymore. Like I feel so slow and I feel so like sluggish. And like people just kill me. Like I need to just run around God mode. And I'm not even having fun. Like it doesn't even seem like it'd be fun. Like at first it was kind of funny and I was trolling people.
Right.
And I was like, no, I just have to do this now.
Yeah, no, this is like porn addiction.
Yeah,
I would say more like porn addiction than actual drug addiction, where, like you said, it's not even fun anymore. And it's not like, oh, I need to do this to feel normal. It's like, I am doing this compulsively. And I don't know why anymore.
I don't even like it. I don't even really like it.
Like you find out the new Call of Duty game is coming out, and instead of being excited to go play it, you are all over forums and you're spending money and trying to pay people who are making these hacks, and these cheats, so that the second the game goes up, you can start cheating at it. Bro, I
Yeah,
don't
you're
get
right.
it.
This is like porn addiction.
No,
They're just
it's
like,
like
yeah,
it's like a compulsion. It's
that's
really
cr-
fucking
it's
weird.
it's crazy.
Ugh.
I hope they add it to the next DSM.
Cheating addiction?
Video
I'm
game cheating.
addicted to video game cheating.
I would love it.
Ah,
You got to go to rehab for it. And it's like make you play video games normal.
they make you just play. They just make you play vanilla Tetris for hours.
Like I hate this. I hate this so much.
Isn't there a
People, like,
way to
make
just
it
give
happen.
myself the long pieces? They're like, yeah, but we're not going to give it to you.
There is a way, and you know what? You don't need it. You're better off without it.
Kudos. Kudos. Kudos.
All right, some positivity. Let's bring it back up, man. That news segment was a fucking boner.
It was kind of like
Just
a bad boner.
huge bummer.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
None of the stories were like fun or funny, other than maybe the VMU one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
That
like
was it wasn't really
sorry.
that funny.
Sorry to everyone that listened to all of that.
Look, this is what the world is right now. Maybe we just
Not
need to,
fun. It's not funny.
I hope
It's
you're hating
terrorism
this.
and addiction, and
I mean,
yeah.
we kind of added some of that terrorism and addiction into it ourselves. So do we need to
we're
go to
doing our
therapy?
part.
Should we go to therapy as a podcast?
We are both in therapy. Maybe we could consider couples therapy, though.
And like, so therapist's like, what is this for? It's like, okay, so we do a podcast, right? And they're like, I don't.
So we're two white guys, and we have a podcast about video games. Like, get the fuck out. Just get out.
I can't help you. Okay. And even if I could, I don't want to.
I wouldn't, even if I could. So kudos. Why don't you go first? You got a
Yeah, I've got two.
Are they all
Okay.
kudos?
No, kind of. No. Mine is, my first one's for a YouTube channel or like a guy, an online guy, YouTube channel. And
Mhm.
the channel's called Guga Foods, Guga. These videos keep coming across my feed,
Foods.
and they have for years, but lately it's been hitting me hard because I keep watching them, and they're longer. They're like longer 15-minute videos, and I'll just sit there and watch them. Guga is this Brazilian guy, and he does steak, mostly steak. He just does like meat. But what he does, like what he's known for, is he'll take a steak and he will marinate it in something for like for example, he did one in mayonnaise. He just completely soaked it in mayo for a day, a week, and a month.
Oh.
And then he cooks them up and he sees and then he has people taste it with them. And then they don't know. They're kind of like blind testing. Like they don't even usually know what he did to it. And they'll like sit there and be like, oh, this is really good. And he like does all sorts of crazy stuff. He'll soak the steaks in like crazy stuff. And sometimes it's horrible. Like there's some where he soaked them in like hot sauce, or maybe it'll be a different cut of meat or a different type of meat. Some kind of red meat, but it's all just like him grilling stuff and like trying stuff out. Like, hey, let's see what this is like. Let's marinate this in butter. He just encases it in butter and puts it in his dry ager for a month. And it's crazy. Like, it's so fascinating to watch. And some of the stuff they're like, this is terrible. And some of the stuff they're like, this might be the best one we've ever had. And it's always like surprising. Like one they were obsessed with was, what was it? There was some like Asian sauce that they soaked it in, and they've had like a Asian YouTuber, like food guy on, and like they're just freaking out. And then he always cooks like a really incredible looking side with it. He shows you how he makes it. I don't know. It's just so fun to watch. It's so fascinating. And he's like really fun too. He's just like an old guy just grilling up meat all the time. And I don't know why. I just love it. I just love watching it and seeing what they're eating.
This is a weird fixation. It's weird he does this, and it's weird that he's found an audience in you. But I'm happy for you.
Like, you should just watch one and you'd be like, dude, was he soaking this in pickle juice? Like, this is crazy. And then it's for a month. And then I've seen videos where he has like dry aged something for a year. And like he'll do it that long. And so I imagine he's just got like fridges and he's just got everything labeled, and he's got like alarm scale, like this butter one we're doing for a month. I need to put one in at a week, and then I need to put one in at a day because like I need to cook them all at the same time so we can eat them all at the same time, right? So I imagine he's got this like logistics. It seems like crazy.
Imagine this guy's visits to his doctor when they ask,
Oh,
like,
gosh.
"Hey, how's your diet?" And he's like, "I don't want to talk about it."
He's like, let me show you my YouTube channel, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you what my diet is like.
And the doctor just like faints. Oh, my favorite.
So I was like, I don't even know what to say. But his videos are huge. Like he gets 1 million views on his videos. I don't know. It's just really cool. And like sometimes he'll do, like I said, he'll do different types of meat, try all sorts of stuff. Sometimes he'll do like some exotic meats. And like he won't tell him what it is. He's like, hey, try this out, see what it is. And the guys are like, it's crazy. So Guga food, it's really
Guga
fun.
food.
Guys, just look at it. Just check it out. It's really fun. If you like food and cooking, it's kind of fascinating to see, and it's interesting to see what happens to the meat as it's going. So I love it. I love it. I don't like search it out and try to watch them all because they're long, but if it comes across my feed, I'm probably going to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a Fudos for the new Haichu mix. I feel like they were doing a few Haichu new mixes all the time, and they kind of pulled back. But I've been seeing some new ones recently. The latest one I picked up at the airport called the Getaway Mix, which was very on the nose.
This is a good one.
And oh my goodness, this one has mango chamoy, Mai Tai, and yuzu lime.
Which one was your favorite?
I would say, it's kind of a toss up. I'd probably go Mai Tai, then yuzu lime, and then mango chamoy. The only reason, and mango, or not mango, but the chamoy is not really for me in a sweet food.
Well, chamoy is like spicy, like it's like Mexican candy. They do like they put like on fruit, the like mango,
but
there's
definitely an audience for this. And for someone that doesn't like it, it was good. So I imagine if this is your type of thing, you're gonna flip.
So we got this mix, me and my son and his
girlfriend. You've had it.
His girlfriend her mom's from Guatemala.
Oh.
And so she liked the mango chamoy one a lot.
Yeah.
That was her favorite. My favorite is by far the yuzu lime, but I am a sucker for yuzu anything. Like what is
yuzu? What does that mean?
It's a citrus fruit, and it's a Japanese citrus fruit.
Oh. Yeah, because it's not just like a straight lime. It's like
no.
It's a lot going
yuzu
on.
has like a flavor, and I love yuzu. Like love it.
These are fucking awesome flavors. This is the happiest I've been since the fantasy mix.
Yeah.
And the fantasy mix I thought was kind of out of left field. It was really great. This one's kind of out of left field. It's really great too. And even though the mango chamoy was not my favorite, I am so here for them doing new things like that and trying
spicy mango,
something out of the box. Because that's like, I'm like, what other crazy creations are they going to try if this one's successful? So
yeah.
Haichus have been so good lately. I feel like Starburst and Skittles kind of pulled back.
They pulled back a lot, yeah.
And they haven't been doing a lot of new stuff, which has kind of been a bummer. But Haichus has just been like full steam ahead. Crazy new flavors all the time. We're going to shadow drop them. We're not even going to advertise them. You're just going to show up and see a new bag of Haichus. And they're going to be like 3 banger flavors in there.
You want to try them all out, go to the Asian market, and you will find 7 different types of Haichu.
Yeah.
Like that's where you get the crazy ones, That's where we got these ones actually first.
Oh, really?
Was at an Asian market. So yeah, you can always find crazy ones at the Asian market. And I feel like there's always a flavor that I'm like, I haven't had that one yet. But this one, I'm with you. This one got me the most excited. Yuzu lime, though, I was like, 100% in.
Just so good. I've gone from like being like, Haichus are just like a really solid candy that I'm always happy to eat to like Haichus are kind of one of my mains now. I kind of like one of my favorites. So huge into that.
Nice. Real quick, Patrick did a quick kudos.
I love this one.
He said kudos to his friend who got married on Saturday after falling into a decade of abusive relationships. She finally ended up with someone kind and who doesn't treat her quirks as flaws. So kudos to her,
Ah.
because that is harder than you think it is. It is like
Mhm.
getting out of abusive relationships is always tough. And then finding someone who treats you right is a big deal. So yeah, kudos to Patrick's friend. I have one other kudos on my way back from Denver. I did not know that there was a Buc-ee's in Denver. I only knew that they were down south. And when I say down south, I mean like in Georgia and Alabama and stuff like that. Because my coworkers who are all in like Alabama, they always talk about Buc-ee's. I was like, oh, we went to Buc-ee's. I'm like, oh my, what? So I didn't know what it was until a few years ago. And then I was like, I want to go. So we drove past and I was like, kids were stopping at Buc-ee's. We saw it on our way in there. And I was like, on the way back, we're stopping at Buc-ee's. So we stopped. And if you don't know what Buc-ee's is, it is a gas station. A huge gas station. There are like 50 pumps.
It's like the Trader Joe's of gas stations.
Yeah. So there's like a huge ton of pumps. And one thing I loved, I didn't get it until I was there, but like there are no semi trucks allowed at Buc-ee's. No trucks. There are several signs that are like no trucks, no trucks.
Okay.
Because they don't want, I think they just don't want semi trucks going in there, taking up all the space.
Right.
Sit because you go in, there's a destination. It's not just like a gas station. You go there, it was packed. And Buc-ee's is huge. It's a gigantic store because they sell everything. Like, think of something, they have it. But like their food is the big draw. So they had like in the middle section, they have a whole group of people making like pulling out smoked meat and chopping it up. And every the big old table, dude, just chopping it up because they're just selling tons of these sandwiches, brisket, pulled pork, sausage, that are all just cooking there. And then they'd pull it out and they'd all do this like little cheer. And then, there's some fresh meat out there selling these sandwiches. You go up and grab them. They're also famous for their beef jerky bar. So they have just like a guy, you can just go up there and he's got all these different flavors of beef jerky and just like, give me half pound of that. Give me a pound of that. And they're just giving you beef jerky. They have baked goods and drinks and just everything. I picked up a Buc-ee's branded hot sauce because it sounded so good. It's dill pickle jalapeno hot sauce. And it is delicious.
Okay.
It's delicious. And so yeah, I got to go to Buc-ee's and just like hang out and buy a bunch of snacks. I think I spent like $100 in food. We did eat lunch. We got like lunch and then snacks for the car ride, so it wasn't that crazy. But I feel like everything was pretty reasonably priced. I don't know if it was a Buc-ee's thing, but the gas was like $1 cheaper than it is here. Or if that was just Colorado. And then the other thing Buc-ee's is known for is pristine bathrooms. So the bathrooms were clean and gigantic. Again, freaking huge, like an airport bathroom or bigger.
Okay.
And
they're clean because they don't allow truckers in there.
Right. They were very clean. I think that might be part of it, if I'm being honest. So yeah, it was fun. If you ever have a chance to drive, if you're driving past a Buc-ee's, stop in, grab a brisket sandwich, which was so good. Like the brisket was so good. Just crazy for a gas station. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Gas station brisket. Dude, so I went Googling on High Chews and I just found out that High Chews currently, and they have these at Target apparently, has a mystery flavor. Fuck, man.
What?
I can't keep up with this shit.
High Chews mystery flavor?
Yeah, it's like a Halloween pack, and they've got candy apple, which I'm so here for. Blue raspberry, sour watermelon. I think those are all existing flavors. But then they've got a mystery flavor. It's in a black package. It's got some goofy like.
Okay, we will report on that next week. Like,
fuck yes. Guessing a High Chew flavor was not on my like bingo card, but I'm here for it.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I want to do that next week.
I desperately want to do that.
Okay.
JD asks.
JD asks.
JD asks.
JD asks?
JD's ass. I don't know, guys. We're going with JD ass. JD's ass. All right, JD Asks is the segment where I ask something. And this week, I'm
Good.
asking, when is a time a game let you down? This came to me because I recently read a book that was like 900 pages long, and toward the end, I realized it was gonna let me down. And then as I finished it, it really let me down. And I
And
just
JD was like, "Have you started yet? You got to read it. You got to read it." And he's like, "Do you start yet?" And I was like, "No, I haven't." He's like, "Don't." I was like, "Oh no,
Yeah,
what
dude.
happens?" Like it went
went-
south.
It was fucking wild. This is a book by Neil Stephenson called Seven Eves. It started very strong, if a little long in the tooth at times, but I really liked where it was going, and then where it went was very, very obnoxious and silly. And ultimately, I felt like I'd wasted my whole time reading the entire book. If I could go back and like remove it from my memory and get that time back and read a different book, I would absolutely do that.
I'm gonna listen to it and give it kudos.
Yeah, dude, honestly, you wouldn't be bummed until you started to get, and for you, because you're listening, you're not going to know how disappointing it is. For me, when you're like toward the end of a book and you're like, I can feel like it's got this much left. It's got like a quarter inch left or a half inch left of pages. You're like, we ought to start wrapping things up. Like, we got to get to the point. This guy hadn't gotten to the point yet. And I got to the end of the book and he's like, what point? And then it just ends. It just fucking ends. It honestly, in every review that I've read about it, is like, it's like it was missing the last 300 pages. Oh, it's so fucking bad. Such a disappointment. It let me down so much that I wanted to do this. So that's where I've been thinking about is being let down by media. How many of these did you get? I got 3.
I have 4, and I might not do all 4 of them.
I'll go first.
Yeah, do one.
Just get us
I want
started.
to hear what you say.
Mine are kind of all over the place.
Okay.
League of Legends.
I thought about putting this one on my thing. That's funny. I thought about this one a lot.
It let me down because I followed the kind of typical curve, I think, that was intended for a League of Legends player. In that I started playing it and it was difficulty. It was difficult. There was a hell of a learning curve. And I remember for the first couple of weeks, maybe longer, of playing this with me and Trent, we literally could not beat the bots.
Yeah.
The bots gave us trouble.
Yeah,
and
you
it
guys
wasn't
suck.
necessarily that it was a difficult game mechanically to play. It was conceptually hard to wrap your head around. Things like last hitting, things like micro timing your moves, mana management, team fights, cohesion of your team comp, all of those things, and roles, responsibilities, timing, the shop, when to buy certain things. All of those were pretty steep learning curve.
You did have to like learn it for sure. And like it was better. I had someone walking me through it.
Yeah, and we just
when I played
kind
it.
of
You guys just like
figured it out raw
dog.
And we did figure it out, and then eventually graduated to playing on real people. And then we formulated a group of 5 people, and we always played and practiced together and got really good together. And so we did what I imagine if you were, a League of Legends or Riot Games executive asking
That's what
how do
you'd
we
want.
want new players to approach to approach our game and the experience that we want them to have. I had that to a T, and it was awesome. I got into the esports scene. I remember we had that Facebook group where we were always chatting, and I was always posting the patch notes, and we break them down together and see how they affected our favorite players and all that stuff. We were deep into it, and it was really fun.
Really deep.
And then after a couple of years, it struck me that nothing in the game was truly ever going to change. Once you had kind of, I wouldn't say mastered the game, but once you've gotten the game down and you're like, I know how it works mechanically, and even though I can't do this or play like an esports pro, when I watch them play, I kind of understand what's happening.
Like I know what they're doing, right?
And I realized that, exactly. So being a game that was designed to be an esport is it was like a sport. Basketball never really changes. They added the 3-point line like 50 years ago, and that was about it. Football only changes in that they make it, easier to get CTE. But fundamentally, the rules don't really change, and you're watching the same game if you're watching an old replay on ESPN Classic that you're watching today. And that's what they wanted League of Legends to be. So I get it. I'm not saying that it would like betrayed me or anything, but when I realized a video game was designed to not change inherently, that's when we started playing ARAMs, dude.
Yeah.
That's when, and then eventually we just dipped because it was just like, I was like, oh, so this is it. It just felt like, oh, that's it. I wait 3 months and maybe they release a new champ. And then I play that champ, I guess, and that's like.
And then that champ is super OP because they want everyone to buy that champ, and then they nerf them. That's like that was the cycle.
This is all I'm supposed to play is this game. It was just so boring, and they do things like Earth, and they do these limited events that were really fun, and those made it worse because when they took those away, I realized all the things I was missing, and I was like, oh, so that's like what a video game feels like. It's like fun and chaotic and growing and new, and nothing in League of Legends after I kind of reached that peak felt new, and it's just a huge letdown.
And I felt like we remember how everyone was always clamoring for like, give us a new map, and then they released one, and it wasn't good, but they changed the game with it. It wasn't like this is just a new map. They changed the game. And so I felt like they a little bit were in this like mode of like maybe they wanted to create something new and give us a new map, but like they couldn't. Conceptually, they just didn't know how to make it interesting or make it work besides what it was, which is why when HOTS came out, it was new. It was the same thing, but it was like, oh, finally something new. Like this is different and new, and it was more fun in my opinion. Like they addressed all of the concerns that we had with League. I thought about the same exact thing. Like League of Legends, I loved it.
It just
so
let me down.
Much.
Yes,
like I was so obsessed with it until I wasn't, and then it just like turned so fast because I was just like, it's just the same thing, and like I'm tired of it, and I don't want to do it anymore. And I just like burned out real hard and real fast.
So it happened. It happened rapidly. Our burnout on League after playing for years happened in a matter of weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, I'm gonna go with some low-hanging fruit ones. I'll just do one of my largest disappointments my whole life. Mass Effect Andromeda. I love Mass Effect. Like still to this day.
I should have been able to guess you were gonna do this one.
If you ask what my favorite game series is, I'm gonna tell you Mass Effect. Like I love it. My kids ask me that, and I'm like Mass Effect. And so I loved it so much. It's the only series that I played through multiple times. I don't replay video games very often, especially games like this. Like you said, you went back and played Fallout 3 and things like that. Like I don't go back and play these. I have buddies who play Skyrim. Like I'm gonna do a new build or something like that. Like I play it once and I'm done.
Yeah.
But Mass Effect, no, I played multiple times and enjoyed it every time. And then Andromeda came out, and I was the most pumped I've ever been for any game to come out. And this one, I just couldn't. I couldn't. It was so, and like this sounds so petty.
Sucked.
It sounds so petty because I was like, yeah, the game might have been good, but like everything was so off-putting that they did. Like we talked a lot back then about like the character facial animations were not just like haha, that's funny. It was like jarringly bad. And so you spend all this time building your character, and then they just look like the biggest idiot in every cutscene, which was constant because you're like dialogue box and it would go to your character and you're like, oh my gosh. And just like everything was so off-putting that they did. And then I tried to get in, and like one thing, big mistake in my opinion for me specifically that they made is right away you start off on your giant ship that you're on, and it's huge. It's not like your other one, like the Normandy. in Mass Effect. It's like a gigantic space station type of ship.
Yeah.
And there was too many places to go and too many people to talk to right out the gate. I was like, you were inundated with quests right away. And so it just felt like they didn't like ease you into the game and all that sort of thing. It was just like, I have quests now. I am picking up. Before I played any game, I had already picked up like 8 or 9 quests. And so I was just like too much. I don't like big cities in games because there's like too many places to go and people to talk to. And sometimes I just want to get into a game. Like, give me a quest and I'll go do it. So Andromeda I was so pumped for it, and I barely got into the game. I just couldn't. I bounced off of it within hours.
Well, that was what was crazy because Andromeda was like the question, which was, can we keep Mass Effect going after the end of the main trilogy? And it's just going to spin off and be something. We are always making new Mass Effect games, and it answered that question instantly. It was like, nope,
we can't. And then BioWare is working on a new Mass Effect game right now.
Yeah,
and
years
I'm
and years
like,
later, and it's like no one's like hyped about it. No one's like clamoring for it. We're like, ooh, I
like
hope
if
it's not
they
Andromeda.
announced when they announced the cancellation of that game, like I don't even think people are going to be super disappointed. They're just going to be like, ah, man, maybe it would have been good, but probably not.
Yeah. We're talking low hanging fruit. This one's so quick. This is quick. But No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky is just like, I was hyped on the possibility.
You were so
of
hyped
it,
on it.
and it was my first survival kind of building craft game.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't even it just didn't do what it wanted.
You were so disappointed. Like you were like mad. You were like mad about it. I remember it. It was hilarious.
Because I put like 15, 20 hours into it, and I was like really stoked about it conceptually, but I think I landed on my second or third planet and was like, oh my God, it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
And it just felt like this huge universe, which felt the first couple hours you play is like, it's so big. It's so big. And then it just shrunk to the size of like a pea, like that, when you saw how empty the initial game was. Yeah. I know it's way different now, but yeah, that was just huge letdown for me.
Yep. No, I get that. Okay, this one might be surprising to you. Shadow of War. Because Shadow of Mordor came out, and I loved it. So good. It was that's the games where you're playing like Assassin's Creed, Lord of the Rings, Ghost guy, and you just go and get these abilities, fight orcs. The Nemesis system is introduced. So great. Shadow of War came out, and I will say I didn't hate the game, but I was disappointed by some of the choices that kind of made me bounce off of it. And I didn't put half the time into Shadow of War that I did Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of War, I felt like you were too confined into the orc camps. And sometimes you'd be like, you gotta go fight this guy. And there was so much stealth you had to do because you were like literally walking through gigantic orc camps. And like, if you didn't stealth, you would just be like starting fights nonstop. Like you couldn't do anything besides those fights. At some point, I was just like, I don't want to do those fights. I just want to go fight this guy that I'm trying to get to. And like sometimes you get overwhelmed, so you'd have to like run away and then turn around and start fighting again. But also, I did not like they had like you could ride beasts. That aspect of it, I did not like it. And the reason I didn't like it is the controls for me. Like there was already getting a bit much. I'm learning like move sets and I'm unlocking skills and things like that. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And then they unlocked beast move sets. And I was like, I can't remember all of this. And you get to a mission where you have to do some specific moves with the beast. And I genuinely couldn't remember how to do it. Like I was like, I don't know how to do this. So I just kind of bounced off. Because I was like, I don't want to. I want to just go in.
I loved them both equally, I think.
I didn't love the second one as much. I was just disappointed. So I just wanted the same thing, but like slightly different, And I didn't like the changes. The changes weren't the direction I would have liked.
That's fair.
And so like, I didn't think it was a bad game. Like genuine, I wasn't like, oh, this sucks. I was just like, oh, this is not for me. Whereas the first one was absolutely for me. And so That's why I was disappointed. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't like, I didn't even play half of it.
That's what I love about this. That's kind of what I liked about this question, because I didn't hate Seven Eves, that book that kind of started this. It was just let me down.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to love it more, and I just couldn't love it enough.
Like,
So,
why won't you let me love you?
yeah, so why won't you be? Yep. My last one here is, I think it's the biggest letdown I've ever had in video games, bar none. What do you think? Could you guess it? You could guess if you thought long enough. I put you on the spot here.
What's it called? Shoot, can't think of what's called. Say it, and I'll tell you if it was right or not.
Well, it's like my most played game of all time on Steam.
I can't think of what's called.
But is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think so. Just say it.
Valheim?
No.
Who are you thinking?
Oh, now I gotta look it up. Keep going. I'm gonna look up. I can't remember what it's called.
Valheim,
What's the RTS that you love?
Age of Empires?
Age of Empires 4.
Oh, no, that didn't let me down. I let myself down.
Oh, okay.
I let myself down. Valheim, however,
Yeah.
was an incredible letdown for me for so many reasons. And every front, they let me down. So it comes out and it hits like fucking heroin, dude. Like that
it was
shit
great.
hit me in so many different ways. It was awesome for me, from the social aspect to the blue ocean, endless possibility aspect, the size of the map, the potential of the game itself and where it was headed, the roadmap, the initial roadmap the developers laid out, where they would have a new biome or two ready within a year. All of those things I was so in love with. And the wheels started to come off when they were like, oh, we're actually not going to meet any of the milestones on our roadmap. And moreover, we don't care, and fuck you. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of a bummer. They're like, we're going to make it how we want it, as on our time. And I'm like, cool, I support that.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, I'm kind of like dipping in and out. And so I finally come back where they did the Mistlands update. And that was the biggest fucking letdown of my life, my gaming career, because they took a game that was really fun and had it seemed like a consistent vibe, and they completely upended that with the new biome that just didn't seem to match the game whatsoever. And I understand they're trying to do something new with it,
make it different,
and to keep it challenging, but they made it so punishing that every enemy in that biome was a one-hit kill. You couldn't see what you were doing, and the way they designed it with how vertical the environment was, didn't seem to remember that the vertical combat in the game was terrible. So you couldn't look up and hit above you or look down and hit below you. You only ever hit directly in front of you.
Yeah.
So if you were on a hill fighting an enemy that's very deadly, and that enemy was like 1 pixel above you, you couldn't hit it. And then they just covered everything with fog, so you couldn't see. And they're like, look, isn't this hard? And I'm like, no, it's not really hard. It's just kind of stupid.
Yeah,
kinda
it's like
cheap.
It's not. It's like you didn't do a good job of scaling the challenge. I didn't even play Mistlands because everyone who was playing it said the same thing. Like, oh, it's impossible. Like,
yeah,
you have best gear in the game and you can't survive the Mistlands.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's punishing. That's what it's supposed to feel like. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm playing it solo. And if I die and it takes me 5 hours to get back to the state where I was at here, that's not fun to me. And that's the problem is the rewards weren't enough to go through that. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze. And so on top of everything else, the update that we had all waited for the longest time. We were so excited for it. Mistlands. What's Mistlands going to do? What's it going to bring to the table? It made me like, well, now I don't want to play any of them. And I know they've done. I think Ashlands is out, and they'll
Yeah,
probably start doing the.
and they've tweaked Mistlands, like they've done stuff. They've added new weapons that make it more
Oh, have they?
manageable.
Oh, that's good.
But like at the same time, it's like
It's
I
kind of
don't know.
lost me. It's my number one. I think to date, it's still my number one
Yeah.
played game on Steam. I put so many hours into this game, and for it to end up how it did, it was such a
Look,
letdown.
just love the journey, okay?
I did,
Love how you
and
got
that's what I
there.
keep telling myself is like I don't need to be filled with regret. I don't need to go back and try to start up a new save. Because what we had with Valheim is it was a flash in the pan. It was a one-time thing, and it was awesome.
I had a good time.
And
You know
introduced
when
me
they
to the
lost.
genre.
You know when they lost me is like we had done everything. Like we'd done a couple playthroughs, and they like update came in. I was like, yes, here we go. This is gonna be a decent update. And it was just like decorations.
Yes.
And I was like,
the first
I
update
don't
was
even
like
care about
4
that.
decor items. It wasn't even like a
Yeah.
lot. It was just like a
No.
handful of
It
things.
wasn't even
when we
anything
were-
like super interesting or cool. It was like, here's a different type of wood table and like that sort of thing. And you're just like, oh, I don't even care about that. Like, but then they took too long. That's the thing. Like they took too long to
They
add that
lost-
type of stuff.
Yeah. No,
Like that should have taken no time at all. And they'd taken a long time. You're like, finally an update. Here it is. And it was just that. And you were like, I'm not even like, why did this take you 6 months? You know what I
they
mean?
lost all their momentum.
Yeah,
and
they did.
if they had kept that on, I think we would have been more forgiving about Mistlands because we would have all still been in it, all
Right.
playing together, and everyone would have been like, okay, it's hard, but we can like noodle through this. But like it was so
Yep.
patchy and spotty by the time Mistlands came out, half of your crew had dropped off and people weren't playing anymore. And it wasn't enough to bring them back.
Yeah.
Come
Yep.
back and suffer with me wasn't really compelling.
No.
So Valheim was my biggest letdown. You have any more?
Okay, I got 2. I'll do them real quick. Breath of the Wild. I know people love this game, and I'm fully prepared to love it. I brought my Switch on a trip, and I had it downloaded, ready to go. My kids were obsessed with it. I was like, here I go. And I played it way after everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, here we go. I'm going to play it. I tried, and I just could not get into it. It was this weird mix of the game didn't hold my hand enough. And so, like, I realize now I had somehow ended up in an area that, like, I wasn't ready to be in. And I was like, I don't know how to get out of here. And I, like, don't know what I'm supposed to do. And it's like, oh, I know I'm supposed to, like, cook food to be able to go into the cold area or whatever. And, like, I don't know how to cook. And I don't know how to do anything. And I was just like, like, why do you making me hate this game? Just make me love the game like I wanted to. I wanted to like the game, and they just wouldn't let me. I didn't want to run around in the grass for 100 years and fight those little goblin-looking dudes for 12 hours before I started the game. So I was just like, let me love the game, and they didn't let me. And so I just bounced off super fast. I mean, I'm talking like 4 hours maybe, and I was like, I don't want to play this. I'm not having any fun. I don't want to play this anymore. And so Breath of the Wild. And then my old nemesis, WildStar. You remember WildStar?
I do remember WildStar.
It came out and it was like hyped up.
How
and
could
I
you
was
be
like,
disappointed by WildStar?
I was like, Trent, I know you like MMOs. Let's do this. We're gonna start this one together. It's gonna be so fun. Like, I'm excited to start an MMO at the beginning. This one looks pretty fun. It was so stupid and so weird. Like, the story was weird. And then you get into the game and it was zero fun. Like, I hated it. I booted it up, downloaded it, was so stoked, downloaded it, going through the like intro, and I hated every single thing. There was nothing that I liked. And then I know there are people that liked it, but I was just like, how did they fumble this so bad? Like, I hated it so much. To the point when this game folded and they just shut down the servers, I celebrated on this podcast. Like, I was like, good. The game deserved to die.
Trent's so sad.
They deserve to die because they disappointed me so badly. And so WildStar was another one of my major disappointments.
That's fair. Dude, you are not alone in that. I think there were millions of people that were that disappointed in WildStar. Just a huge
Yeah.
letdown.
Not Phil. Phil
Yeah.
said he loved it.
Well,
Trent loved it. But
I think even the people who loved it were let down by it, though.
sure. Yeah, sure. I think everyone was kind of let down.
Just died on the vine.
Yep, big disappointment.
All righty. Let's move on.
Dice of Destiny. Nope, not doing it this week.
No, I'm sorry. I was so tired, guys. I wanted to play Baby Steps, and
Here's the thing. I wanted you to play Baby Steps,
Peterson
but I
wasn't-
was gone.
he wasn't there.
I was out of town this week.
Mm-hmm.
And
I need an audience. I need a guaranteed audience.
If you would, I before we hopped on, I was like, oh, I hope he didn't play Baby Steps. I hope he's not reviewing it because I wanted to watch.
Yeah, right.
And when you told me, you're like, no, I didn't have time. Like, I just didn't get to it. I was like, good. I need to watch you play this.
Yep.
I need to watch you play this. So
No, I am that. I was like, I'm not playing this without Peterson.
do not.
And
I
you
need
were
to
out
be
of
there.
town, and so no, I'll play it this week. I have a feeling it's probably not that long, so I'll play it this week, and we'll get a good review.
I want to watch you play. We can get it. We can probably get some. I don't know, next couple days for sure.
Yeah. So
fear
not. If you guys want to watch me play Baby Steps, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel so you get a notification. That I'm streaming. So anyway, play some Baby Steps next week. You guys will like that. That's it.
That's it.
We did the whole thing.
Yeah, we did.
Play us out. We've got some music from Wildstar. Fucking hilarious. I bet it's really good.
Loud.
Really loud.
Why is it so loud? Holy
I don't know.
crap.
I hope you guys didn't have headphones in your ears. Sorry.
I hope you did. So you
big
be
thank-
let down by Wildstar like I was.
to Patrick and Benjamin and Phil, who all jumped on to hang out with us on the live stream. You guys can do that. We're always on the YouTubes every week. All right, JD logging off.
And this is Peterson going AFK.